Hey, I'm Brandon, joined here by my buddy Pat. Today we are checking out the Knox Richmond jeans. These are the Mark III jeans coming in at $230. These are a two-layer riding jean. You've got CE protection associated with the abrasion resistance, of course, and then CE level 1 protection at the knee as well as the hips. So good amount of protection. I'm sure most of us are aware of the benefit that riding jeans provide, right? You can wear them casually off of the bike, but when you're out there zipping around on two wheels, you've got an extra level of protection that a pair of non-riding jeans aren't going to be able to provide for you. But before we get going on all the details, I do want to take a second, talk about Pat's fit here. He is about 6 feet tall, 220 pounds, typically wears a size 34 to 36, depending on the jean and the cut and things like that. He is currently wearing a size 34 in these jeans, and these are fitting him spot on. They have a slight taper to them. They're not overly relaxed, but they're not overly slim, Eurofit. They're kind of that comfortable tapered middle ground, if you will. And they are available in 30 as well as 33-inch inseams, so you have some flexibility there with the overall length of the jeans. So I personally recommend going with the longer option, knowing you're going to be utilizing these on a bike because your knee is going to be bent up, right? So you want that adequate coverage in that area because the legs are very much prone to injury. So at $230, these of course will ship to you for free, and as always we do have our price match policy in place that is there to ensure that you're getting the best deal around, so make sure you're taking advantage of that. Main construction, we've got a 10-ounce Cordura denim. That's the main body there. And then we've got DuPont Kevlar on the inside, and you're going to find that DuPont Kevlar coverage at the front. You're going to get at the seat. You're also going to get some coverage at the knees, working its way down the shin as well. So you've got a good amount of abrasion resistance incorporated here. There is also a Cool Max liner on the inside that's going to help create some space between that Kevlar and your skin, which is going to help prevent some of that uncomfortable kind of heat buildup. But I will note, because this is a two-layer riding jean and because you have those layers, it's probably going to get a little bit warm for you in the middle of summer. So that is something to keep in mind. I think this is going to be better suited for some of the cooler riding season. I think prime time heat, if it's 90 degrees out and you're stoplight to stoplight, these are probably going to get a little bit warm for you. So just something to keep in mind there. You've got belt loops all the way around, classic 5-pocket design, button and zipper main entry there. So overall, pretty straightforward. Pat, go ahead and face that direction for me, sir. Take a quick look here at the side. You do have double stitching lined around that outer side there. And again, this is CE for their abrasion resistance. If you're looking for a bit more abrasion resistance, they do have the Spectra within their line, so you can check that out. That does get that AAA certification. Now, whether you like it or hate it, one of the things I wanted to point out here is that you can easily access that knee armor. It zips right out. It's very easy to remove if you wish to do so. This is the armor that they're utilizing, CE level 1. This is their Knox Micro Lock armor. While it is comfortable to the touch right now, I will note, for any prolonged amount of riding, I wish Knox would hop on board with something that's a bit more low profile and a bit more slim, especially considering this is still just CE level 1 protection. I've seen quite a few other manufacturers out there give us some slim options that are going to be far more comfortable, because this is pressed tightly against your knee when you're in the riding position. And trust me, I've used a lot of riding jeans. A slimmer armor is certainly going to be more beneficial and far more comfortable for any prolonged amount of riding. So Knox, as an armor company, hopefully you can make that update, and we'll see that in the future with other options within their line. Pat, you can go ahead and face the back for me, sir. You do have that Kevlar coverage at the seat, as I mentioned before, but again, it's very straightforward on the back. We don't have these crazy Wazoo logos or anything like that. This is going to blend right in with your everyday pair of jeans. And the other thing I wanted to point out is that you do have CE level 1 hip armor. That is included. It's right there, so you can remove that if it's something that's uncomfortable. It is pretty stout, pretty thick armor in that area, so personally I'd probably pop it out there, but to each their own. And again, I think that's just going to play more into the benefit of having some slim armor incorporated to something that's a bit more on the casual side, such as riding jeans. Pat, you can go ahead and face forward, sir. Overall, I like the fit. I like that you can, easily access the armor. I think the zipper, it's kind of one of those hit or misses for me. Sometimes I'm okay with it, sometimes I'm not. I guess it just kind of depends. To each their own there. But overall, I like the amount of protection that you're provided here with something that is very casual, that's going to work well, whether you're on the bike or off the bike. And of course, if you're looking for more details, click that info button. That'll take you over to the product page. And as always, if you have any questions about these riding jeans, or maybe you're comparing them to some other options out there, don't hesitate to reach out to our CS team. They're all riders, more than happy to get you pointed in the right direction. Thanks for hanging out with Pat and I and taking a closer look at the Knox Richmond jeans, the Mach 3s, coming in at $230. I'm Brandon. Keep it pinned.